Thank you all. It's great to see you. I'm some of my favorite faces here tonight, so I'm just thrilled to do this. Sage and I were talking outside, and she aspires to a political career, and so she decided, since it was going to be filmed, that she had to make different choices tonight. And so I just want to say I didn't change, and if you don't ever hear from me again, then you'll understand. I'm going to start with one that somehow turned into a sonnet. It's called War for the Wednesday Night Time Slot. Gin up a war I can watch on TV. Chinese trade skirmishes just don't grab me. Got all the Mickey Mouse ears I'll ever need. North Korean nukes, reason to fear 'em. But what bully boy would bomb a boy named Kim? Islamists have been an old reliable. We dare not make Syria excitable. Imams bob across the stage like bullseyes you find at all carny shooting galleries. Gun barrels are always slightly crooked there, so we don't get our man or the stuffed bear. Amuse me, generals. Begging you, please. I'll squeeze you in between karaoke and Earthsat's reality on TV. It hit me one day that so many of the nursery rhymes, the men in all the nursery rhymes and fairy tales, for some reason they're all named Jack. I don't know why that is. So it hit me to run with that, and this next poem is called Jacked. Jack Sprat got pushed off the wall. His fat wife couldn't break his fall. Down the rabbit hole where all the king's horses and men were off fighting the Red Queen's jacks of all trade. Horner stayed in his corner, beyond the rocket's red glare, with an eye out for Kurds coming his way. All downhill for Jack today. He's being stalked by the NSA. Gingerbread house is haunted. His breadcrumbs lead to nowhere but empty cupboards, while his dotty mum tries to squeeze into her old shoe. Storybook dreams have faded from view with each bite at the poisoned apple, leaving nothing of this fairy tale but the grin. There are a couple of words in this next poem that you may not be familiar with. Caroche is a very fancy carriage that the nobility rode in strictly for them, very expensive, so that they could go down the street and do the princess wave. And the other thing is a catafalque. I don't know if you've heard that. Those are those wagons that they dragged Lincoln and Kennedy along, the wheeled wagons for public processions of coffins. This is called Miscarriage. Crippled, horseless kings, Richard and Roosevelt. Crooked, a deformity that stiffens the spine, lends steel to resolve. Motorized caroche rolls in procession past catafalques, dragging the ruined along. Hyde Park Roosevelt prepares his radio address. There is nothing to fear. We have locked the sons of our fathers in the tower, kept company only by fear itself. These are the new ones. My next piece is an homage to Frost. And Michael knows there's two people that I love, and one is Frost and the other is Eliot. And people don't know that those two studied together. They were at Harvard together. They went to England together. Eliot never came back, but Frost did. So this poem was actually written in Frost's narrative style and a pentameter style. New Hampshire is known as the Granite State. I think that's required to know. New Hampshire after frost. Voluble as weathered granite, these folks. Winter birch has no smart opinion, but burns crackling hot on a frosty night. Taciturn, they take life in their own hands, cross roads without a walk, don't walk command, demand you live free or die. So many then immediately disqualified, being neither free nor having quite died. Quiet at the diner today. Flapjacks have no viewpoint, nothing much to say, but just right on the tongue after a dust of snow. I wonder, one day when less noisy, if I will be allowed to live in this state, with plain common sense enough to collect logs for winter's onslaught while they're free to burn, in some sense, with whatever sense I have left, rather than bray that I freeze. And this is the last one on the first side of the set. It's called the Lincoln Business Model. The waiter went over today's specials. Chef has prepared scrumptious maple donuts with a bold, sizzling Tabasco ganache. Or spicy creamed corn with chocolate drizzle. God, that's disgusting, I nearly shouted. Why can't I just have the maple donuts and let him chocolate drizzle them instead? Sorry, no substitutions, he demurred. Yes, but do you really think I will pay to eat a donut with Tabasco sauce? Or creamed corn? Never mind what you drizzle, sizzle, or otherwise ganache it with. It's called the Lincoln Business Model. Making all the people sick half the time, or half the people sick all of the time, is quite profitable. Not for this slithergidee, I got up. I'm taking my coins to the joint next door. Do that, the waiter said. I suggest you try the kumquat chili. It ain't half bad. Thank you.